Hello guys, my name is Goodness. Welcome to the part 3 of our registration system. We worked on registration and login form already. So in this video, what we're working on is the dashboard. To continue watching this, to understand fully what's happening in this dashboard, please I advise that you go watch the login form and the registration form to fully understand, because without that you can't understand this login, and this is actually the last part of our registration system. So let's get started. So just pause this, go back and watch the login, start with the registration, then the login before coming to watch this dashboard. Alright, let's get started. Let's start with designing our dashboard, because nothing is here, so we have to design it. Shift exclamation, hold down your shift, press exclamation, emit abbreviate. You have to link our style sheet. Click on this. Our link relation is style sheets and href is style.css. The name of our CSS file is style.css, so there's no need changing this. Let's change this to dashboard. So here we have our nav, and we have another div, main div with a class of main. So here we have a div with a class of logo, and inside this div we have, since I don't have any logo in mind, I'm just going to use registration system here as my logo. Then in our nav we have another div for navigation with a class of nav links. So here we have two anchor tag. The first one should be the dashboard, and the second one should be our logout.php. We are not putting anything in here now, because we just want it to display on our navigation menu. This is the only one we're adding href, because you want this to take you to a page where you are going to terminate your section. So let's continue. I think we're done with the nav. Then inside our main, so in here we have a div with a class of name wrap. This div is going to hold the name you're getting from our database using section, the name of the person that's logged in. So we have another div with a class of dates mail wrap, and this particular one is going to hold the dates and the email of the logged in user. So we have a div here with a class of date wrap. We have another div with a class of email wrap. So let's have a paragraph in each of those. Hello, then the name of the user. This place is going to be dynamic, so we're going to use a PHP code to fetch a particular user that is logged in. So let's just leave it like this first. Also have a paragraph. Everything is going to be dynamic. It's going to be dynamically fetched using a section. So here we have the date. The date is, so let's leave it like this for now. Another paragraph here. We have the email is, so here is going to be dynamic. Email, the dates, and the name are all going to be dynamic. Now you have to start styling them. Just a simple styling. So let's style it. Let's start with our nav class. .nav display flex direction row. Specify content should be space between. The background should be EEE. Line height should be 60 px. Padding left 20. Padding right 20. Let's check what we are designing. Paste localhost. Let's target our anchor tags. Nav links. Padding left 10 px. Color should be black. Font size 20 px. Font weight should be bold. Sorry, there's a mistake here. I guess that was why it's displayed the way it is. This is not a class, just a simple nav tag, not a class. So let's save and check again. Yeah, this is it. So let's continue. We're targeting our main class next. Main display flex. Our flex direction should be column. Align items center. Justify content center. Margin top. Our margin top should be 60 px. Refresh. Okay, let's continue with the styling. Let's style individual div that is holding each of those. Starting with the name. This place should be a name wrap instead. let's start with this styling dots. Width 20%, background white, height auto, box shadow 5 px, 15 px, then RGB we have 000, then 0.2 for opacity, and we want it to be double. Minus 5 px, minus 5 px, 10 px, RGB 255, 255, 255, then our opacity will be 0.2. Color radius should be 13 px, display less, align items center, padding should be 10 px. So let's save and check. Okay, this is our design for name. This place is going to take the logged in user's name. So hello user's name. This is okay like this. Let's just quickly work on this too. Name wrap. Okay, let's work on dates mail wrap. Control C, dots, Control V. Here we have display place, justify contents should be space around, less direction should be row, justify contents should be space around, padding top should be 10 px, and the width. Okay, but I also want this thing to be here. How am I going to achieve that? I want this email and this date to have the same shadow as this particular hello name, as in this particular div that is gonna hold the logged in user's name. So what I would do is I'm gonna change this name wrap to just wrap class. Then I'll go back to dashboard and change here to just wrap. Then give this one, give the date div a class of wrap too. Give this class of wrap to Control X. Let's check. Okay, this is what I want. This will hold the name, this will hold the date, and this is going to hold the email. Alright, I think we're done with that. One more thing I need to do in this style.css is to style our paragraph and MSG. So p tag, margin top, mpx, then font size should be 18 px. Okay. One last thing, our message, our MSG. This message here, I didn't style it. So for that, I'm adding a class of MSG to each of this. So this class of MSG, that's all for here. Control X, login. This is having a class of MSG already. Let's style dot MSG, margin bottom, 10 px, padding 15 px, top and bottom, and 0 is left and right. Border radius 5 px, align items center. Okay, that's all for this. Let's write our query. So since we are using section in this page, we're just going to start our section here. Let's have a PHP tag here, PHP. Then we'll start our section. Session starts. Then we'll require our connection page. Require connection.php. Then here to write inside this main, write our query. So we have PHP tag here, PHP. And inside here, we'll first of all define our ID. We're going to use this ID to fetch a logged in user's information. So ID is equal to $_post. Then we'll pass in ID. No, it's not post, sorry. is it's actually section. We pass in our ID. Then we'll come down here and write our query. Our query is equal to MySQLi underscore query. Pass in our database connection, and then the actual query here, which is select all from our student table where ID is equal to this particular ID that is defined here. Control C, Control V. So let's use a while loop to fetch the information as an associative array. While our result is equal to MySQLi underscore fetch assoc. Then we'll pass in this query. Control C, Control V. Let's have a PHP tag here because we're going to copy this inside. So let's have this here. Control X, Control V. So here now we have PHP. We want to get the name from our database. So we have a PHP tag here. Echo this result here, passing our username. This username is what I used in my database. So username, let's just copy here and just change. Control C, Control V. And this one becomes date. Oh, we have to add timestamp. This timestamp is not added in our database yet. So we're gonna add it. Let's just finish this first. Control V, and here becomes email. For this timestamp, we're going to change it because this format is a very long format. Or let's just leave it like this first for testing purposes. So we'll move to our database to add a timestamp. Localhost /php my admin. Login. So this is our reg system, and this is our student table. So you see, we have ID, username, email, phone, password. We don't have a column for timestamp. I actually forgot to include that when I was designing this table. So let's see structure. So let's add one column after password row. Then here should be timestamp. This should also be timestamp. And default should be current timestamp. Click on save. So a timestamp is added. Okay, it's the date automatically added here. So let's go back. This is the format of the timestamp. Let's go back to our code. So we now have this. Control X, and then let's try it out. If we click on this refresh, there will be an error. You see, this error is showing here because we already defined our ID using section, so it won't work. You have to log in to have access to this dashboard here. So let's go and log in. Let's start from our registration form. Let's go to our registration, sign up a user, and use that detail to log in to have access to our dashboard. So this error is just because we're not logged in. So register.php. What name should I use here? We have John Mark Emmy. John Mark Emmy. Okay, let's have Joy at gmail.com 090768. Password should be 9999. Let's sign up. Record inserted successfully. Then when you click on login, it takes you to this login page where you log in to your dashboard. Okay, let's log in with Joy at gmail.com. So the password we used was 9999. Click on login. You see, that error is gone because we are logged in. So now here Hello Joy. The date is, but we are going to change this date format. This is very long because we just use a timestamp. We're going to change this date format to shorten the date. And your email is, this is your email, joy@gmail.com. So let's change the format. So let's just cut this out. We're going to add it inside our dates method. Control X. Here we have dates format, which takes in the format as a first parameter. Capital F, small j, you have a comma here, then y. I think it's capital Y. Let's just use capital. If it didn't work, we'll come back to it and change it. Then comma, you have the second parameter is str, the string, str to time, sorry, string to time. So in here we paste the timestamp, this thing we cut earlier, Control V. So we have it like this. Let's check. Control X. So let's go back. Let's check. Okay, that works. Hello Joy. The date is June 17, 2024. Your email is joy@gmail.com. Let's sign up another user. June 17, and take note of my dates here. June 17. For you to be clear, let's see. Let's check our calendar. So you see, today is actually June 17. June 17. This is the month, June 2024, and the date is 17. So we are correct. So let's try to get to see if the name is going to change. Let's sign up another user to see if the name is going to change. Let's go back to sign up. What are we going to use? Let's use Goody code. Goody code at, no, this should be all small letter, lowercase, Goody code at gmail.com. Number 090888. Passwords 8888. Sign up. Okay, record inserted successfully. Goody code at gmail.com. Password is 8888. Login. You see, we are correct. Hello, Goody code. You see, the previous name was Joy, because Joy was the one that logged in. I logged in with Joy information, and it displayed Joy's name here and Joy's email here. Now I'm logging in with another information, which is Goody code, and it's dynamically changing. These things is changing dynamically. It's changing dynamically. So it now say hello goodness, because goodness, hello Goody code, because Goody code is logged in. Then it's telling Goody code that the date is June 17, 2024, and your email is goodycode@gmail.com. Our date is June 17, 2024, the date we register this user. So, okay, one more thing, we have to log out. We've not done that. We have to log out this user in order to terminate this section. So here, let's create a logout page. We're not having much thing there. It's just to terminate, but session termination, logout.php. So inside this logout.php, what are we having? We're just having, first of all, we have to start section. To destroy a section, you first of all start the section. Session starts, session destroy. So once the session is destroyed, we set the header location to login.php. Okay, let's check. Let's try to log out. Click on log out. You see? So we are back to login form. For us to have access to that dashboard again, we have to log in with the particular information that is in our database. Let's refresh to see the two new information we signed in. So this is Joy and this is Goody, which is the last one we signed in. So we've come to the end of this registration system. Please like, share, subscribe if you got value for more tutorials like this, and Use a comment below if you have any question you want to ask me. If you're confused in any area and want to ask a question, feel free to use the comments section. I'll be there answering all your questions. Thank you so much for watching and do have a lovely day.